Oh my gosh, thank you, Joe. Okay. Thank you to Maxine. Happy Tuesday, and thank you so much for hanging out today. I appreciate you guys being here on this atypical, afternoon stream. It's been a minute, Joe. How are you? I hope you had a good weekend. That was my bad on the sound. I forgot to unmute my mic, so. Hey, let's see. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Let's get our hair out. Been pretty good. All things considered, of course it always could have been a tad better, but you're not going to play. Okay, good. Overall, though, I'm glad things are pretty good, Joe. That's good to hear. You're right. Things could always be worse, so it's always good to look on the bright side. Anything fun or exciting this weekend? Let's see. We're gonna try something just weird. Let's take the hair. We're gonna make it live. We're gonna take the retopology. Let's smooth it so we get more faces. Let's see how that works. Nothing out of the ordinary. You're just gonna spend your time at home as usual and play some games. Okay, nice. This is great looking. In particular, gonna face some more difficult fights in Limbus later today that kind of took you out last night. Okay. It's called Limbus Corporation, right? Limbus Company. Does the game have a definitive end? Or does it just kind of keep going? That, to be honest, is not certain yet. Since it's still ongoing. Oh, when you say ongoing, as in they're still coming out with more content? Hey, Danzibar! Happy Tuesday. It's good to see you, dude. How are you doing today? Anything exciting lately? Joe, you know there's 3 more huge chapters coming, but what they do after that, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Okay, very cool. I see that it came out in 2023. That's nice that they're still coming out with content. Let's just see what this looks like. Very odd. Let's work on the face for now, though. Okay. Doing well. And no, not really. How goes the hair? Well, Regarding the model, things are just okay right now. I haven't worked on it since like last Thursday, so I really haven't made progress since last stream. So I think we're just gonna work on the head for now, and then we'll work on the hair. I thought I gave this song the boot. Joe, they might as well just decide to end the story there or do something entirely different. Okay. I feel like since they've got 3 games in that universe right now, though, it's cool that they can just like keep expanding on it, I'm sure. I feel like there's probably a lot of lore they can dig deep into. Oh. Mm-hmm. Let's look up an example. Face topology reference. Let's just assume we have some eyes here. Yes, for sure. The world building is what you love about Project Moon a lot, especially given how we still have not explored everything just yet. That's cool. That's awesome. I don't know, I've kind of been thinking a lot lately about how it seems like a lot of bigger companies are kind of like lacking in creativity, or at least like unwilling to take risks, it seems, with games and movies. And I'm happy to see there are still small studios and companies like Project Moon that are just like, I don't know, just doing whatever and something that it seems like they're passionate for or passionate about. Doesn't have to be crazy or anything. Sounds goofy. Oh, right here. Yes, there we go. Okay. Oh, I see. I think it's just that I'll kind of make it a bit symmetrical, so that seems fun. But yeah, my weekend felt so busy. So, a very, like, social weekend, which was really nice, but also just, like, very exhausting. What else? Let's see. Thursday evening, there was that Commander game, which was super cool. It was David, Amanda, and her husband and I, and that turned out to be super fun. Everyone seemed to have a great time. We all had a moment to do our thing in our game of Magic. Actually, we played 2 games. It felt like we all had our moment to shine, which is really sweet. I won the first game, David won the second game. So that was really cool. Great way to celebrate his birthday. I played Baby Monster on stream the whole time. And he even had, like, packs of, like, Baby Monster photo cards to open up afterwards, which is really cool. And then he ended up getting multiple cards of his favorite member, so that was super sweet for him. And then Friday. What did I do Friday? Friday was the first day that my brother and his son were in town for 4th of July. They're staying with my parents, so I went over there to hang out with them, and that was really nice. Saturday was more of that. I ended up cooking some food. Well, my mom was having a dinner for 4th of July, so I made a dish to contribute. And then I went over there and spent most of Saturday hanging out with everybody. And then that evening, I hung out with Maxine's family for 4th of July. So that was really cool. A lot of family on Saturday. And then Sunday, I have a friend that's moving away for a few years to finish off school. So we threw him a going away party with a bunch of our friends. And so Maxine and I just, like, I cooked dinner for that. Maxine and I hosted here, and it was a really good time. We watched some World Cup, played some, like, video game music trivia, watched a lot of, like, League of Legends highlights. It was a sweet weekend. So yeah. Excited to get back into the groove of things, though. Those types of weekends are nice, but man, boy, do I like routine. Danzibar, nice. Yeah, it sounds like a packed weekend. It really was, but it felt good. It was nice to get to spend so much time with, like, friends and family. Oh my gosh, Maxi. So, my friend that's moving away, he's moving away for like 2 years to finish off, like, his doctor schooling. He does general surgery now, but he's trying to be a transplant surgeon, which is so cool. But also, like, I've known him since 2009, and he has been in school since then. So, like, almost 20 years of school, which is insane to me. But for that field, we have a porch goose, and Maxine dressed it up as a doctor, and it was so cute. We went and got scrubs from, like, Build-A-Bear, and it turned out so adorable. Oh, thank you, Joe. Yeah, I did. do this part. Let's see. Have what, a circle around the nose? Let's add one here. This around the nose and the chin. Let's get rid of these for now. Maybe if we did this. This. How's your model coming along, Danzabar? The whole... I mean, not really cyberpunk, but the one woman? We'll just go half. We'll start with half, and then we can expand it later. Or we can mirror it later. Okay, so that seems fine. This seems okay. Have this go to like this part of the nose, I think. This one right here, yeah. Let's do another ring. You're having to adjust some things for Retopo, but it's coming along nicely, you think? Awesome, dude. I'm glad it's at the Retopo stage now, and that you were happy, mostly happy it seems, with the adjustments that you made. Bad. Okay. But then do no. So what we're gonna do is like. Ooh, okay, we're getting somewhere. This is gonna actually, hold on. I should think about this from the perspective of like having some nose holes here that maybe go in. And do I just build off from there? I think so. It's kind of weird. I like this though. Maybe that's fine. Let's do... Second, sorry. Okay, okay. Nice. I mean, I feel like this isn't bad looking topology. Or retopo. It's not too bad. Also, Joe, I picked up something very spicy. I think you guys will be really excited to see that I ended up getting a Library of Ruina. Ruina? Yup. But I gotta beat Undertale first. However, this game will be the next one. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'll stream it as I play it. I mean, I don't really... Is it a long game? I would like to stream it as I play it. Really depends, to be honest. Okay. Well, I'll definitely start... I will start it. on stream, and then we'll just see how it goes from there. For sure. Well, then it's probably going to be pretty short for me, because I'm crazy at games. Since it's a deck builder and depends a lot on how you deal with things, alongside a tiny bit of luck. Okay, okay. I'm excited. I'm very excited to try it out. Yeah, I think Shrimpy will be pretty stoked that I picked it up too. Don't feel ashamed to pick up mods, by the way. There are a lot of mods in the Steam Workshop that make your life a lot easier in there, such as the no grind mod, so you don't need to revisit fights you've already beaten again to grab more books. Okay. That's good to know, but I think I intend, at the very least for the first playthrough, I intend on playing the game just as is, just so I know, like, if it means grinding or like running into hard parts, then that's okay. I'll get there eventually. I'm also incredibly stubborn when it comes to challenging games. Where I will just keep going at it until I eventually like surpass it. Can get rid of that one just to make it easier for now. Keep this one though. Alright, there are some very difficult fights in there, so if you need some help, just know that these are available to you. Awesome, thank you, Joe. And plus, I've got you and Lynn, the library veterans, to help me if I need it. I'm not worried. I played the game heavily modded yourself. Okay. Man, I'm super excited to get it started, actually. Okay, edge. Let's do here. We're just gonna extrude backwards. Again. I'll be more than happy to watch you play. Yes, let's go. Thank you, Joe. I mean, yeah, I kind of just like don't want to play without you guys because I don't know. I feel like since you shared it with me, I want you to see every step of the way. There has... I mean, I guess there doesn't have to be one here, but... Danzivar, when you do like head retopo, are there any like key elements you always try to capture, or like tips or like things that you follow? I mean, maybe not necessarily guides, but like stuff that you try to do with every retopo? That's good. That's good. Definitely, though the heads that you retopo are meant to be animation friendly, so they'll have all the necessary loops for deformation. Your model won't animate, so those loops aren't really necessary. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know there's like stuff that's good to... like good rules of follow for animation, but I've never really done animation, so... or like retopologized for animation. So... I kind of just find like random guides online and then just follow that. Get rid of... oh. We can have one here, we can add one here. Like the eyes, for example. Maybe instead, let's take this. We're gonna extrude. Extrude again. Also, you just realized that you're using your low poly head as the guide for your... Did you mean to have the decimate... you know what? I think you're right. Thank you for reminding me of that. Thankfully, it's close. Get this right up to the edge, I think. Okay, not bad. I don't like the lips though. I think it's these sections right here. Let's bring that out and out more. Looks kind of creepy. Thanks, Yanzor. I appreciate it. I do enjoy this process a lot. It's fun just to figure out just how to make the loops look good and neat and organized. This one I'm kind of weirded out by, but I think, actually, no, these are fine. Yeah, I think it's turning out good. Actually, no, I don't like this one. But it really isn't that big of a deal, considering it's not for animation. But I think if I were to go back and readjust one, I don't like this loop. I feel like we can keep this going until roughly like right here. Let's do another one. going on here? You know, let's just get rid of that, and then we'll just lower all this. Yeah. Let's see, what else do I want to do? There's something weird about this. What's that? Come back to well. Let's kind of straighten all this together. Nice. All right. Unlive or disable live. Select the retopo. Let's hide this first. Mirror it in whatever capacity we can. No. How do I do this? Oh, you know what? There's a way. There's a way. Hold on. Let me think. First, let's select all these edges. Maybe component. Let's move the pivot. I forgot how to snap a pivot to a certain vertex. How to snap pivot to vertex Maya. Press and hold the D and then the V. 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 Oops. Edit pivot D, V. Nope. D. V. There it is, V. Okay, nice. No, alright. Start a mirror now. Doesn't really matter. Try duplicating it. We're not going to cut geometry. I forgot how you mirror and get them to be separate objects. Hold on. Border? No. What's this? What's this? Oh my gosh, Maxine just sent me the cutest picture of Nina. Just Nina laying down on the couch looking so precious. Ah! Oh, Nina! Nina! Pretty good. Sure, I guess. It looks so creepy, but it's cool. Seems bigger. Alright, that looks really good. Let's go ahead and bridge these in this gap. Nice. And we're gonna make an edge loop right in the middle. And then just delete these 2 edge loops. There you go. Let's go ahead and save. I don't know what happened to my outliner. All these things disappeared, like all the model or all the mesh objects and stuff, so that's kind of weird. Thank you, Dan Savage. Well, Maya's acting goofy right now, so I'm gonna close it and restart it. But we got our save in, so hopefully that should be fine. Well, there goes that camera too, but hold on. Let me set up my other camera. Everything's breaking. 1 second. Video capture device. Tech. There we go. Let me resize this and fix it real quick. That seems good. Okay. Pretty good. All right. Come on, Maya. There you go. All right, firing Maya back up after our crash. Dude, Danzbar Maya is so weird. It feels like it crashed it so I started learning it with like 2018 or something. It feels like it just in all that time still consistently crashes just the same amount. It's such a weird program. There we go. I love it though. I love it. Ooh, okay, we're actually just gonna go in here. Here. Two, three, four. Okay. Wait a second, hold on. Getting this part of the eye right along the eyelids. This goes in. Sweet, looking good. Cool. All right, let's see. We've got this one right here, this 2, 3, 4. Hey, Shrimpy, I'm doing really good. How are you? Thanks for hanging out, dude. Happy Tuesday. I picked up a Library of Ruina, so Joe was very excited to see that, and Lynn will be super excited when he finds out. So I think I'm going to try to start it after Undertale. Ooh, you've been making music? Let's go. What kind? Anything I can check out? That's awesome, dude. You've been self-taught for like 4 years. Also, yeah, if you want to listen to one on stream, yes, dude, please. I would love to. I think so. Go ahead and try. Shout out to my nephew Shrimpy, future music producer extraordinaire. Alright. Please remember me when you're producing tracks for like Doja Cat and Cardi B and and collaborating with like David Guetta and Zed. It's more of chill lo-fi music, but you also experiment with like upbeat stuff too. Awesome, dude. Maybe that's okay for now. Wait, hold on. No. I wonder if there's a setting I have to enable for links. Well, Shrimpy, do you have a Discord? If so, you can just send it to me over that. Two, one. Back to quad draw and clean it up. Oops. Hey, Lenny. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Thanks for hanging out. Yes, 1 second. Shrimpy? Alright, try looking this up. You're doing amazing. Oh, that's awesome, Linny. I'm really glad to hear that. So then anything interesting or exciting lately? Or just things are good, you know? Like, for no particular reason. Joe, you'll probably head off for now. It's time for you to suffer greatly in Limbus until you completely despair while singing Payphone out loud to cope with the suffering. I understand. Well, please take care on your descent into madness, and hopefully see you next stream. Thank you for hanging out, Joe. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Have a good rest of your night. I don't know. Hearing about like how challenging this game is, or how challenging like at least Library of Ruina will be, it's getting me excited. I love challenging games, even like unfairly challenging ones. So I'm looking forward to it. Well, Linny, you're not single anymore? Congratulations! That's awesome. So cool. That's awesome to hear, Linny. That's hype. Yep, Shrimpy, we're good to go. Alright, thank you, Shrimpy. Alright. Time to judge you as your uncle. Also, let me subscribe. There you go. So this is a lo-fi beat my nephew made. He's been doing music on his own for a few years, and he just like kind of practices every now and then, or like, yeah. So this is one of his latest tracks. Linny, and you're building your own cyber deck too? Life's rolling. Dude, let's go. Wait, okay, hold on. What do you mean by cyber deck? Dude, Shrimpy, this is really nice and chill vibes. Like, I'm loving this. Maxine would be all about this too. I'm sharing it with her. She loves lo-fi. Personalized mini computer thingy. Basically your own laptop with fancy nerdy stuff. Linny, that's cool. Okay. Damn. Dude, Linny, life is good right now. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Congratulations. Do you plan on using this the computer thingy for anything specific, or is it just like a challenge that you've made for yourself to want to build it, or like a for fun project? Yeah. Thank you, Shrimpy. That was dope. I'm going through your discography. I like the animations you chose for this one. So, Shrimpy, how long would you say each of these tracks has taken you? 2, 3. Linny, you're building yours based on a Raspberry Pi. Okay. Batocera? I don't know what that is. Let me see. Main screen recording and maybe even VTubing one day. That's awesome, Linny. Very cool. Batocera, an open source and completely free retro gaming distribution that can be copied to USB stick or an SD card. Oh, okay. Okay, so like an emulator thing. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, that'll be sweet to have like a dedicated like emulation machine. Your whole design is inspired by the Nintendo DS2 flip open screen and stuff. That's sick. All right. If it's based off the Nintendo DS, have you ever played The World Ends With You? Shrimp it can take up to like a week or two. You know, some can take like a month. Wow. No, that's okay, Lenny, because then if you have access to like DS like technology, I would highly recommend that game. It is so sick. Dude, I think The World Ends With You is like a top 10 game for me, so. Man, that's such a cool game. Dude, the music is rad, the characters are cool, it's got awesome art, like just so much style, too. Yeah, Shrimpy, this is cool. Keep it up. I really like Carelessness. Not that I don't like relaxation, but I'm much more into that type of music than lo-fi. Alright, so Lenny, basically, picture this. The Nintendo DS with the controls of the Steam Deck, and instead of a touchscreen, a mini keyboard. That sounds rad. That sounds really cool. Yeah, that sounds awesome, Lenny. Is it something that's like really tough to build or like really time consuming? Shrimpy, how long has your longest track taken you to make? Alright. Linny, it's a little of a pain to design beforehand because you don't know how to use a modeling program. But for the electronics, you have a guy with a degree in the field to help you. Ooh, that's awesome, Linny. Well, if you need someone to help you design something, I'm super down. Because that sounds like it would be fun. But considering I don't use CAD stuff, I don't know how accurate it would be if I were to just use like Maya or something. But still, if there's any way that I can help, let me know. I think that would be really cool. Shrimpy, your longest song is like 20 minutes? Dude, that's sick. But it's extremely old and mid. But that's when you use pre-made loops instead of your own things. By the way, you gotta go. Uh, you gotta go rage quit, dude. You're gonna get groceries? Okay. When it comes to, hey, Nova, good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for hanging out. How are you doing today? Shrimpy, when it comes to making, to your own makings though, like not pre-made loops, it takes way longer, obviously. That makes sense. You'd say up to like 5 to 6 weeks maybe, depending on how long you want the song. Okay, okay. That's awesome, dude. Well, yeah. Keep it up, and anytime you have a new track, throw it my way. That was sick. One second. I'm gonna share you Maxine's feedback. Or not even really feedback, but just her reaction. There you go, Ramon. If you're still here. I'll send it to you directly, actually. Um, Nova. Happy Tuesday. You're good. Just streaming Street Fighter 6 on Discord. Playing with your friend. Awesome. How does that go? Do you and your friend just like have matches against each other? And who's your friend's main? Linny. Especially because you use millimeters and centimeters instead of inches, so the communication between us would be a pain. No, for sure. I mean, if there's any way I can help, let me know. Maya by default works in... I mean, yes, I generally use inches and feet, but Maya is in meters and centimeters and millimeters by default. Or at least that's how I utilize Maya, so... But yes, that definitely can be a pain. Just going from one measuring system to the other. Your friend's main is Elena. You got your ass kicked, Nova. No! How do Cammy and Chun-Li fare against Elena in general? Because, I mean, I feel like Elena seems really strong. Like, I see her do a lot of work in tournaments. But the Electric Sky knows blenders, so you're good. Right on, Lenny. Awesome. That's great. Good. I'm glad you have someone to help out with that. Can't wait to hear about how the project progresses. That sounds really cool. Now, do you have any games specifically you want to play once you get like the DS emulator up and running? Like any DS games that you were really wanting to play before that you never had a chance? Got another edge loop here. Nova, you suck with Cammy and Chun, but like with Jury you were winning. It was 4-3 for you since you played 3 rounds with Jury. Okay. Nice. That's good. That's good you got some victories in. Jury is overpowered? Really? Who would you say is the strongest character in Street Fighter 6? It is 6, right? Yeah. This mouth, dude. Come on. Well, you have a real DS. You can play any DS game you want. Oh, okay. Right on. But you want to play a lot of PSP, definitely. Ooh, okay. Dude. Oh my gosh. I loved my PSP. I mean, I still have it around. I just haven't really played much of it. Alright then. Once you get the PSP emulator up and running, what would you like to play? Ridge Racer? Okay, classic. Ooh, on the topic of racing games, Wipeout for the PSP was so much fun. I don't remember which one. Oh, this one. Wipeout Pure. Dude, what a good game. Oh my god, can I find a bigger picture? Right here. Dude, oh, this was such a fun game. Nova, it depends on who you're playing. Okay. Who do you feel like you have the most trouble against? Okay, actually. Yeah, who do you have the most trouble against with all 3 of your characters? Chun-Li, Cammy, and Jury. It was, yeah, Linny. I think this may have been the only version of Wipeout on the PSP, but it was really, really good. Oh wait, maybe there was another one. Hold on, hold on. Oh, actually, there's two PSP ones. I don't know which one I played then. There's Wipeout Pure and Wipeout Pulse. There we go. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so Nova, Elena, just in general, Elena's really tough for you? Let's see, what are some other PSP games that I really liked? Gravity Rush was on the Vita. I remember this one that I started and thought was really cool. Valkyria Profile? Or Valkyrie Profile? Yeah, this one was a really interesting, like, JRPG. Really unique battle system, too. What else? Patapon. I played that for a little bit. That one was cool. Really cool rhythm game. And Nova, who do you have the easiest time against? Anyways, you'll go hang out with your friend for a bit more. Alright, right on, Nova. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, this is just going to be like a brief couple hour stream. I'll probably end up hopping off in like 15-ish minutes. So at 4 my time. But yeah, I'm glad I got to get in a little bit of a stream today, and thank you guys so much for hanging out. No, the easiest is everyone except for Elena and JP. Ooh, the confidence, dude. Everyone is easy. Except for those two. That's awesome. Okay. Well, if I ever start Street Fighter 6, now I know who to pick to stand a chance against you. Go. I like the chin deforms in the way that it does. Let's add an edge loop here to get. Okay. Hey, Ankuj, thank you so much for hanging out. Welcome and happy Tuesday. Right now I'm retopologizing ahead, but I'm working on recreating a magic card called Lorehold Charm. This is the reference right here. And so I'm working on the retopology. Here's what I have so far. So let's leave that. I guess I could review. Actually, you know what? Let's give these the test metal texture. And where are the eyes at? Where are the eyeballs? But yeah, here's what I have so far. Thank you, Ankuj. So I guess this is the sculpt, and then as far as the retopology goes, there's where I'm at basically. I got the armor, neck, still working on the hair, kind of. But yeah, do you do any 3D or any art, Ankuj? Yeah, in your college times you did some hand and chess pieces. That's really cool. Awesome. Do you still keep up with it, or was that just during school? The eyes are kind of uneven. It's because there's one more. Two, three, 1, 2, 3. All right. So this, yes, there we go. Learning by yourself is a pain, so slowly you will start learning Maya and Blender. That's awesome, Ankuj. Yeah, it's a lot to learn by yourself. I learned a lot of it in college too, but then ever since I've just been practicing ZBrush and Maya on my own. I had like a full-time job for a bit, But then ever since getting let go from there, I've been trying hard to like learn a lot more. And it's a lot. But yeah, so I work with ZBrush, Substance Painter, and Maya, and a little bit of Photoshop. And then I just try to take models from the beginning to the end. I mean, just like starting with modeling and sculpting, going through retopology and unwrapping, and then texturing. So that's pretty much what I do here on the channel. And then on occasion, I'll play some video games. But yeah, it's mostly just like hanging out and working on art with anyone that wants to join me. And then I've kind of slowly developed like a small, really awesome community of artists. A lot of 2D artists, but then a few 3D. So it's been really sick. It was cool, but I didn't learn as much as I guess I would have liked to looking back, and it didn't really like push me to challenge myself. So I wish I had done more to challenge myself back when I had the job. But I was working for a home insurance company, helping to make like 3D models and environments for them. And then we did a few animations, but they were super basic. Like, so simple that I didn't even have to like do any rigging or anything. It was just like really basic movements. Like visibility, like keying visibility, or just like things like that. So, nothing crazy. But it was definitely a good starting experience. I guess just now I feel like there's so much that I need to learn still. I try to, on Kuj. I try to stream at least 4 days a week. What days exactly, it's kind of up in the air based on some other things. But generally, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Starting at like 9:30 Eastern time. And then going on until like maybe 3 or 4 Eastern time. It doesn't, but that's the exciting thing, I feel, on Kuj, where it's like there's always ways to improve, more things to learn. I mean, I love learning. So I think, especially with 3D, there's so much to learn and to know. It's really cool because like every day I learn a new tool, a new function, a new method, and it's just like, man, that's sick. Oops. Moving the head a bit too far over. But yeah, initially, I wanted to make models based off of Magic the Gathering. Are you familiar, Ankuj? Do you play that? I think one more would be good to get like these grooves. Maybe one more here. Nice. I don't like this one right here. What do about this? All of it back. Yeah, it's fun for you until you get stuck. Like recently you've been working on a SAS explain motion video in After Effects after you did like 20 seconds of the animation and then realized you messed up with the 3D camera movements. Now you have to do it all from the start, so you're on hold now. Oh, dude. That stinks, man. Especially that you got so far as to like starting to work on it in After Effects. But I'm sorry, what is SAS? SAAS? I'm not familiar with that. Okay, this is much better. Good. Let's add another edge loop around the lips. Good. Another one right here too. Very good. Is that necessary? Not really. It's like Apple ad animations, like introducing AI or apps like that. Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. That's awesome. Or any kind of AI or app ads. Okay, right on. I think I get what you mean now. But that sucks to get so far in your animation just to have to find out you have to start all over. Dude, that's rough. Well, I hope next time, or like the next time you start it back up, you were able to get to that point much quicker. This up in here. I mean, especially in some programs like Maya, I've definitely lost... I don't know if I've ever had to restart a project like that, but I've definitely lost hours of progress to crashes, or just realizing that, like, man, I should have like unwrapped this way, or I like finding weird baking problems. I need to go back and retexture it and all this stuff. So I've had that happen before, and oof, does it stink. You want to start again, but anytime you think about it, you think that you already did all of this, now you have to do all this again, it's been holding me back. No, dude, I get that. I mean, thinking about having to redo all that work, dude, it's really disheartening when things like that happen. Yeah. But every time I end up messing up and having to redo things, I feel like I can at least do it faster, now that I know what I'm trying to get to. But yeah, it still sucks though in general, so. Ankuj, good luck next time you try it, or next time you start it up. Yeah, you've been doing it a while learning, so it's really time. It takes a lot of time. Ugh, yeah. Dude, it really does. Like, man. Alright, so actually, this head that I've worked on, and then this hair that I have right here, I spent like weeks on both of these. Just like alert, because like a lot of this, especially in ZBrush, I'm learning too. And so like this hair took me weeks, just like trying out different things, taking it to like this certain step and be like, you know what? I don't think that looks good. So then restarting it or redoing it. And then there were times I was definitely starting to get burned out on the hair. Same with the face. The head went through so many revisions. This is probably like the third version of the face. Or of the head. Not quite the same, but when like, especially on the hair, there were definitely times where I stopped working on the hair, and because I had already spent so long on it, I just did not want to go back to it. I think this is pretty good where it's at, maybe? Yeah, one thing you learn that while learning, we should not try to make it perfect or like pro level work. That will make the fun go away. That's so true. I have a problem with that. Where it's just like, sometimes I spend too long just trying to make things perfect or like as perfect in my mind as I think they can be. And I think that is an easy way to like burn yourself out or like work on a project for too long that you get tired of it. I mean, I might be doing that right now with this thing. That's so true, Ankuch. Yeah, it might start to feel boring. Yeah, you lose that excitement, the thrill of just like, ooh, look at this thing that I'm making, and I've gotten this far. This, I don't like this right here. Think. All right, this might need. Hold on. So let's get rid of all this. Let's just match this up to where I want it to be. Let's bring another one in here. Yeah, it's so weird. I've been on this specific project for so long. I mean, I've taken like breaks here and there just because I don't stream like full time. But no, I've been on this project for like 2 months. And I've definitely had moments where I felt burnt out by it. But it feels like each time I get through like one specific part of the process, I feel reinvigorated to like keep going. But yeah, it's been a lot. Let's get rid of no. But I've learned a lot along the way, so I don't mind how long it's taken me on this, because this is more of just like a learning thing than it is like a completing a project type of thing. I'll get there when I get there. far out. Okay, nice. That looks good. That looks pretty good. You forget if you don't practice 5 to 6 times what you learned. That's so true, dude. Wait. Hold up. I just reached my followers goal of, or my, here, you know what, let's just do this. Follower goal, your followers goal of 20 was just completed. Thank you guys so much. Wow, that's sick. Dude, that's awesome, man. Ugh. That's so cool. Thank you guys so much for just hanging out and following, subscribing, liking, just any bit of support that you throw my way. That's just like, it's too cool. So thank you guys. But no, on Cooch, me too. Actually, there's a really awesome viewer on the YouTube side that has been teaching me so much with ZBrush, but I have to practice those things like multiple times to make sure I get them. So I totally feel that. Man, that's so exciting, dude. I just hit 20 followers on Twitch. A couple weeks ago, I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. That's sick. That's so sick. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Ankooch. And thank you so much for hanging out. Maybe get one more in here, I think. I just, not really much, on Cooch. I just stream to both Twitch and YouTube. There's a little bit more of an active community, or like, not, like, active chatters on YouTube than there is in Twitch. But what you see here is also what you'll see on YouTube. Every now and then I just make posts letting people know, like, my schedule or things like that. Or I'll try to post like progress updates, but that's about it. So I only do lives. I don't like actually make videos or anything. Also, after you model, do you sell them to some? No, I don't. This is just strictly for me. Here, I'll show you. These aren't like 3D printable or anything, so let me show you the first thing that I did. I mean, I could model things for 3D printing, and I have done commissions before. But these are just like images that I'm trying to remake in 3D. Here we go. It's like, for example, here is a reference of the first project that I did. And then here is my 3D version of it. It's basically just a way for me to get better at 3D and just to like learn more tools and be more efficient where I can. Thank you, Ankuch. Man, there's every time I look at this, I'm like, wow, there are some cool things about it. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Okay, let's actually, we're gonna move this. Alright. We're gonna move this down, and then we're gonna move this one to like the inside of the eyelid. Yeah, the ring, that was my first work. Well, like, I guess my first work since starting the stream. Which was what, back in February, I think now? I think this eye looks pretty good. I'm not gonna worry about cleaning it up more. This one's kind of weird. Seems good. Yeah, and these work that pulls you back the working end, so also get happy when you see some of my works. Yeah, I agree, Ankuj. Yeah, looking at that, it's just like, you know what? I can get there. No matter how long I've spent on there, I can definitely get there. And also it's cool to like look back at older works and see how far you've come. And just to be like, man, you know, or even just think about like how you would do things differently with the knowledge that you know. Okay, we're gonna get rid of you, and I think that's good, but we will get rid of one of you. You back. Eee, okay. That's too much. Too much. Ankuch, have you done other animations before? Or was that like your first one? Wait, hold on. Add another edge loop here. Bring this out. There's two. Yep, two. Add one more, just like in there to go with the shape of that eyebrow. Same within here. Smooth the bottom portion a bit. Same with here. We'll just smooth this a little bit. Nice. Oops. Bring this down some. So it more aligns with the eyelid. Okay. And then maybe one more in here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. I think this looks pretty good for a head retopo. Hold on. Let's make this live. Quad draw here. Maybe smooth this out right here. Just give the rest of the head an overall smoothing. Anku, you worked some before, but you'll be happy to show you. It's in YouTube unlisted. Awesome. Yeah, I would love to check that out. Thank you. What's it called, or how can I find it? Oh, crap. 1 second. Sorry. Someone's knocking on the door. Be right back. Okay. Do I dare? Oops. Chin looks good. Let's clean up the mouth some. Where is this? I will send you the link. You won't get any issues playing it right, as it's a cultural dance, cultural storytelling that you made as a video editing profile show reel. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ankuj. Yeah, feel free to send it however. I can give you my Discord if you want, or you can just send it on here. But no, thank you for the heads up about the safety, or about like, copyright or things like that. Okay.
Starts here.
Cool. So what did you do for this, Ankuj? Did you edit all of it together?
And it lives in me.
Ankuj, that was cool. That was really well done. Just stock clips put together? Okay, for sure. But still, I think the way you put them together, it got me hyped, dude. That was well done. Very well done. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. I think the mouth looks alright, maybe? Or at least good enough. I'm content with this for now. Alright, I'm going to call it today, or I'm going to call it here for today, for the stream. Ankuj, it was great to meet you. Thank you so much for hanging out. That name part you did in After Effects, the reference from Breaking Bad. Yeah, I saw that with the element symbols. That was really nice. A very cool addition. But yeah, I think we made great progress on retopologizing the head today. I think it's looking awesome. And then next stream, we'll work on the hair, which is going to be quite a challenge, but I think should still be really cool. Head, retopo, V2, we'll call it that. Yeah, we've got to find a way to make all this much easier. But we'll get there. But yeah. Ankuj, great to meet you. Thank you so much. I may or may not stream tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I actually don't know what notifications are like for followers and subscribers. But I may or may not stream tomorrow. But if not, I will probably be back on Thursday, normal-ish time, which is like 9:30 Eastern for me. So everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. Thank you guys for being here. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day, good rest of your night. And I'll see you soon. Alright, see ya, Ankuj.